What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we're gonna be doing one of my absolute favorite videos to film, which is testing a bunch of new drugstore makeup. I always feel like as we approach the holidays, the drugstore and high-end too, there's just so much new makeup that comes out and hits the market. So we have a lot of new, exciting, affordable drugstore items to be testing out today. Today's video is in partnership with Eylure London. We're gonna talk about these lashes from them later on in the video. They're gonna change your life. These are their pro-magnetic magnetic eyeliner and lash system, and I can't even tell you guys how good these lashes are. You're gonna fall in love with them. So stay tuned for that a little bit later on in the video. But we have a full face of new stuff to test out today. I'm super excited. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you like when I test new drugstore products. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, so first product we're gonna jump in with is a new primer. So this is from Essence, and this came out a couple months ago. This is their My Skin Perfector Tinted Primer. So I thought this was really cool. It comes in a variety of shades. I have shade Nude Beige right here. Because it is a tinted primer, it's supposed to instantly blur the skin and give you a natural matte finish, but I like that it's tinted because you guys know I don't self-tan my face, but I do self-tan my body. So my face is normally like 14 shades different than my body is. So a tinted primer is right up my alley. So let's see how this works. Squeeze them out. It honestly has the same sort of texture as like Benefit's Porefessional. So I'm just gonna tap this. It's a very light, kind of airy texture. Has a little bit of a light scent to it. And it definitely is that like pore filling like finish, that feeling that just like glides over the pores. The tint doesn't do a ton, like it didn't really add much of a tint to my face, to be honest, but a little bit it did. And it did make the area I applied it appear a little bit more blurred out. Put a little bit on my forehead as well. And even though it has a really silky like feel to it, it does mattify the skin. So far my skin doesn't feel dry though. I do have dry skin, but this doesn't make it feel like super dry. So okay, now we're gonna jump into foundation. We're gonna use the new Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Foundation. I'm really excited about this. And to apply it, I got these new sponges. These are from Milani. They came out with this little set. This is called their Perfect Duo. So it's like a bigger sponge, I guess, that you can use for like your foundation, then a smaller sponge that you can use for your concealer. So we're gonna use these to apply the foundation and concealer today and see how they work. This is the first sponge I've ever tried from Milani, but I wanted to show you guys the packaging first. I will dampen them, but this is what they look like right out of the packaging. They actually feel really soft, super squishy. So let me go dampen these and then we'll get into applying the foundation. Okay, dampened the sponges. They got a bit bigger, still feel super bouncy. So they feel good. Hopefully they work good. We're gonna jump in with the foundation. So I have shade M2 here, I guess medium 2. I have a couple other shades if I need to grab for them, but hopefully this one works. I don't know why I just shook it up, but I just felt like it should be shook, you know? And this is supposed to be medium to buildable coverage with a natural finish. If I can get this top off of here. And get my hair behind me. It has a litlittle pump top here. Pump some out and see how it works. This shade looks like it should be pretty good. All right, so that was about 2.5 pumps. It feels very light, again, because it's a serum foundation. I'm gonna use the flat side of this blender, if you guys can see this is flat, to start pouncing this on the face. And we'll see how much coverage we get. We can always go in with more. But definitely a very light feeling foundation. It feels like a serum, like it says. Foundation is blending out pretty easily. And the sponge is actually really nice. It's super soft, so I actually really like the sponge. Not getting a ton of coverage though from the foundation. Like I have a lot of redness in my face. You could see it covered up some of it, but it's definitely not, you know, covering up everything. So I will probably jump in with a little bit more to see if we can build it up to be a little bit more coverage. This hair clip is not cooperating with me. Excuse me, ma'am, get out of my face. Oh my gosh, that looks even crazier. All right, that's a little bit better, I think. All right, so this is the first layer, but again, it was like 2.5 pumps. For me, it's not a lot of coverage. I think it looks nice on my skin, but I do like something that is a little more full coverage. So we're gonna see if we can build it up. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of it and see if we can build it up to be a little bit more coverage, because it does say it's medium to buildable. So let's see. All right, gonna blend on top. It does feel really lightweight on the skin though. That I do really like. If you're one of those people who wants to wear something on their face but doesn't really want to feel like that feel of makeup, I think this would be great for you because it feels honestly more like a skincare product than it does like a foundation. And definitely has a nice natural radiant finish. So my dry skin girls would probably really like this. Okay, so it did build up nicely. You can still see some of my blemishes peeking through and stuff, but I think this is a good enough coverage for me. But I would definitely say if you want something super full coverage, this isn't gonna be the foundation for you. I don't have a new concealer, so I'm gonna spot conceal my blemishes with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. So I'm just gonna hit some of these areas I have some dark spots. I'm gonna let that kind of marinate on my face while I do my under eye concealer, which I'm also gonna use the camo concealer just in a lighter shade. This is medium peach to hit my under eyes with, just to conceal and brighten those up. And I'll bring it down my nose, above the Cupid's bow, and just in those center planes of my face. Now we'll go in with the little smaller Milani sponge to blend that out. These sponges are actually really nice. I do really, really like them. They feel super, super soft and are doing a nice job of blending everything out. So just gonna blend out this under eye concealer, and then just gonna blend out the areas that I spot concealed as well. That's a little tip that I've been doing, is in the areas that I have some like darker blemishes, applying the concealer and kind of letting it sit for just a little bit and then blending it out, and you get an even better coverage. Alrighty, and now for our powder, in the same collection of the primer that we tried out, Essence also came out with a powder. These are the My Skin Perfector Loose Finishing Powders. They're supposed to give an instant blur effect, soft matte finish. So I have shade Fair, which I'm gonna use on my under eyes, and then shade Nude, which I'll use to set all over my face. So I'm just gonna tap some of this into the cap. Has like a yellowy undertone to it, so it's actually great for underneath the eyes. And I'm going to use this to set under there. I always like to go in with a lighter powder to set my under eyes, just to further highlight and brighten them. You can of course just use the same color as your face if you don't want a bright under eye like I do. Also, you guys, I always get so many questions about this brush. This little brush that I use to set my under eyes. I got this literally like, I don't even know, 7 or 8 years ago from a set of like 5 or 6 brushes from Walmart. And I have used it ever since. I don't even like, there's no name or branding on it because it's worn off. I don't remember who it was from. I thought it was Eco Tools, and the more I thought about it, I was like, I don't know. So I'm not ignoring you guys when you ask where this brush is from. I just genuinely don't know. I just know that I got it at Walmart years and years and years ago, but I always use it to set my under eyes. And bring this on the center planes too, where we put that lighter concealer. This powder actually looks pretty good so far. Doesn't feel tight or drying on my skin. Did a nice job of adding a little bit of brightness. So I do like that. Then we'll go in with Nude for all over the face. Yeah, this looks actually pretty dark, but it's only the second shade in the line, so it's 20 Nude. Just gonna go in with a powder brush and buff that on the skin. Oh yeah, that definitely added some, it made my foundation a little bit darker. I think it looks all right as long as I blend it out, but these powders definitely do run a little bit on the darker side. Like this shade is lighter technically than the medium shade is, but it does feel really nice on the skin, like didn't dry my skin out like some powders can do. So we'll see how it lasts throughout the day. Alrighty, now we're gonna jump in to our eyes. I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Alright, you guys, for our eyes, I'm really excited. We are gonna be using the new Wet n Wild holiday collection. This is their Star Luxe eyeshadow quad. I can't even tell you how many stores I went to try and find this. I saw it on Instagram and I was like, I need it. They have a highlight too, which I also purchased, which we're gonna be checking out today as part of the collection, but I went literally all over to try and find this. Finally found it so that I could test it out for you guys because I just thought it was really, really cute and it was super affordable. I think the quad was like $4. So we're gonna go in with this shade right here first, and we're gonna work this shade into our crease with back and forth windshield wiper motions. You guys will see there's like 2 matte shades in here and then 2 like pressed glitters, I think. So I was thinking we could create like a pretty kind of glitter-ish kind of look with this. So far, we're looking good on pigment, which is great. And I know you can order this on Wet n Wild's website, so if you wanna do that, you can, but I knew if I ordered it, it wouldn't come in time for me to like film this video, so I wanted to try and find it in store, which is why I literally drove to like 750 stores to try and get this bad boy, because I think a lot of them hadn't like put it out yet, but working good so far. Next, we're gonna go in with a darker shade to deepen up the crease. This is like a deep brown, but it has like almost like brick red kind of undertones to it. So this would actually look beautiful with like a red lip for like a holiday sort of look. Maybe we'll do a red lip today. These shadows are blending really nicely. Honestly, better than other Wet n Wild eyeshadows that I've used before. I think these are blending better actually, and they're very pigmented, so no complaints. Okay, now we're gonna get into the pressed glitter. So there's 2 of them, one that's a little darker, one that's a little lighter. I wanna use them both. So I'm gonna go in with the darker one on the outer part of my eye and the lighter one on the inner part. I'm gonna try, I think, first to apply it with my fingers. I think that'll be easiest. That looks so pretty, okay. And I'm gonna press this on this outer part of the lid. Wow. Okay, pretty. I'm getting a little fallout, but for the most part, it's sticking pretty well to the lid with me just pressing it down with my finger. I don't have any like glitter glue or anything on the lid. So it worked pretty well. You can see though, like my bare lid, if you look really up close, you can see the bare lid like underneath it. So you could use this just as a topper and put like another eyeshadow underneath it. But I do feel as though, I mean, you guys let me know in the comments, but I feel like it doesn't look bad though without a different shadow underneath it. But you could do that as well if you wanted to. Now I'm gonna go in with the lighter glitter. This one's more silvery, and use that on the inner part of the lid. We have both on there and just kind of morph them together towards the center. Woo! We are just like glittering today. This actually looks really cool. Same thing on the other eye. And now I'm just going in with a small flat top brush and hitting the areas that I just couldn't get in with my finger and placing the glitter on there. Now for the lower lash line, I'm gonna use both of the mattes. I'm gonna go in with the darker one first, and I'm going to apply that directly to the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade and a more fluffy brush, and I'm gonna blend out that down there and just blend and buff it out. For only using 4 shadows, I feel like this look looks really nice. I'm gonna pop into the highlighter from this palette that we're gonna be using today on our cheeks. I'm gonna actually just use it to highlight my eyes as well. So this is the Star Luxe Glitter Highlight Duo in the shade Star Crazy. So also part of the Wet n Wild holiday collection. And I'm gonna pop in with this gold and pop that on the inner corner and then right beneath the brow bone as well to highlight. Okay, well we are just glittering away right now. I'm gonna just jump in with some brown liner in the waterline, and then we'll do the liner on the lid. All right, now up next for liner and lashes, we're gonna be using the Eyelure London Pro Magnetic Eyeliner and Lash System. I cannot even explain to you guys how awesome these are. I have gotten the chance to actually try them for the past couple of months. They sent them out to me and they're so incredible. They are gonna completely change your lash game. I get so many DMs and questions and comments about how to apply lashes. It's probably one of the most difficult things to really master, and this makes it so easy. Like I can't even explain to you guys. So we're gonna be going in with the Faux Mink Dramatic today. They come in a variety of different styles. They have an accent one, which is great for like the outer corner of your eye, more wispy ones. There's a bunch of different options, but we're gonna use the dramatic one today because I figured we have all this glitter and stuff, so why not? They're super easy to apply. There is no glue or anything necessary. You get the liner and then you get the lashes. So we're gonna go in with the liner first, and it's a magnetic liner. It's a little brush tip applicator, so it's super easy to use. And I'm going to apply 2 to 3 thick coats of this on my upper lash line, just as I would apply, you know, any sort of liner. But one thing that you do want to make sure of as you apply this, when you do the 2 to 3 coats, you want to let each individual coat completely dry before you go in with the next coat. So you do your first coat, it dries pretty quickly, honestly, like this eye's probably already dry. Then you can go in with your second, and then you can do a third if you want to. Normally I just do 2 and it's fine, but they do suggest 2 to 3 coats. So I did my first coat, gonna let that dry for a second, then I'll go in for my second coat. Now that it's dried, just going in with a second coat. The second coat's always easier because you already have that line down, so it's not like you're recreating the line, you're just going over it again. So it's quick and easy. And as we let that dry, I'm just gonna pop in with some mascara on my natural lashes. If you have dark natural lashes, you probably don't even really need to do this. My natural lashes are just super light, so I do apply some mascara to them before going in with the falsies, just so that you don't see like the difference between my light natural lashes and then the really dark falsies. Okay, so now that our magnetic liner is all dry, we're gonna go in with the lashes. I'm gonna take them off. They have teeny tiny little magnets on them. Like you literally won't even feel them. And these magnets just adhere to that magnetic liner. It's literally the coolest thing. No glue, no nothing. They literally just stick right to it. You can use your fingers to apply. I just use curved tweezer just because my nails are long, so it's a little easier for me. But you literally just go like this and they stick right to that liner, right in place. Like how simple was that? It's literally crazy. And then I'll just go in and press and secure them down so that they are good and on there for the day. And it's literally just like so easy. Literally the easiest way to amp up your eyes. It's so quick. I'm gonna go in and apply the other one now. And as I said, these are the dramatic ones, but they have a variety of different options, but it's just so easy. They literally just stick right to the liner. Like it takes out all the guesswork, and they're also super easy to remove because again, there is no glue. So you just simply take them off. And you can get up to 15 uses out of these lashes. So they are incredible. You guys can get them on Eylure's website. You can also get them at Target and a couple other retailers. So I'll link them down below, but I truly have been loving them. And they are gonna amp up your false lash game like real quick. They're amazing and just so easy. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and finish off the face. I'm gonna bronze up the skin real quick with my L'Oreal Bronze Please bronzer. You guys know I love this. I don't have a new bronzer, so I'm just gonna go and bronze this up, but we do have a new blush and a new highlight, which I already kind of spoiled the highlight because we used it a little bit on the eyes, but that's okay. For our blush, Milani came out with some new blush shades. I feel like Milani is like the drugstore queen of blushes. They have such beautiful blushes. So they came out with Sunrise Serenita. Probably butchering that, please excuse me. But this is really, really pretty. I think this one will go really nice with our eye look. They did come out with another one too. This is Coco Felicita. Really wish I was like multilingual, but I'm not. This would be so beautiful, I think, on deeper skin tones. Stunning, but I think for me it might be a little too dark and this one might look a little bit better. So I'm gonna go in with this one. And I'm gonna pop this on the cheeks. I love that their blushes always have like a subtle kind of highlight to them. They always have a pretty little sheen. Like if you guys see, it kind of has like a golden sheen to it, which I really like. And this shade goes perfectly with our eye look. So I love that. Really, really pretty. Alrighty, now for our highlight, we're gonna jump in with the Wet n Wild one. Again, this is the Star Luxe Glitter Highlight Duo. So there's the gold highlight on one side, which is super golden. And I'm looking at it now, I'm like, I feel like this is gonna be a little dark on me for a highlight, but we'll see how it looks. And then the other side is like this glitter. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is like a gel, and it has these little stars in it. Or not a gel, like a cream. So it has like little star glitters in it. So I feel like it would probably work best going into the powder first and then topping it with the glitter. So, but now I'm nervous if this is gonna be too dark. I think it is, but we'll go in with a little bit and see. They are selling a couple shades in this, but the store I went to, this is what they had. This is the Star Crazy one. So let's see if we can get away with it. Oh, yeah, you know what? I think we actually can. Normally I do a little bit lighter highlight, so that doesn't look too bad. If your skin is deeper than mine, this would probably be so, so stunning on you, but I think I can get away with it. It's not too dark. So just topping this on the cheeks. When I look straight forward though, I feel like you do kind of see that darkness on the side, which happens sometimes if your highlight is a little too dark. So I would say if you have the same skin tone as me, maybe get a different shade in this, but it's all about trial and error. That's what first impressions are for. I'm gonna bring it down my nose and Cupid's bow as well. Then we're gonna go in with this glitter side. I don't know if I want these stars on my face. I'm kind of like, but you know, that's the point, to try it out. I'm just kind of dotting it on. And you see it adds the little glitter stars. I feel like I don't really like this. It's cute, but I don't think I would really wear this. Oh, no stars came off on this side now. You can kind of get in between the stars and just get the glitter part and not really get the stars. That I like. Like now I'm just topping it with like the glittery kind of gel. Amp it up a little bit more, and that I think looks pretty. The stars I feel like I could do without. But it's cute if it's something that you want. I just feel like it wouldn't be something that I would use every single day. So I'll probably go in and take them off. Okay, they're easy to remove actually. That was pretty easy. So I'll be honest, I love Wet n Wild's highlights. I'm not sure about this one for me personally. It's a little too deep for my skin tone. I think this shade, if you're a little bit deeper skin tone, would be stunning. And I like the thought process behind this star glitter, but I feel like I would never actually use it like in real life. So to me, it's just a little gimmicky. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. For my lips, I'm gonna jump in with the new ColourPop Velvet Luxe liquid lipstick in the shade Fatale. This looks really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go in with this and apply to my lips. I really like their Luxe liquid lipstick formula. It's really nice. And this color looks really pretty. This is from one of their newer collections, the one that's like really florally. This came out as part of that collection. This shade is super, super pretty. And then to top that off with some gloss, we're gonna go in with this new one from Milani. So I talked about this in my PR unboxing. This is their Fruit Fetish lip balm. They came out with these in the summer originally, and they had like watermelon and like more summery type like flavors. But then for the fall, they came out with pumpkin spice. So I love that. And I feel like adding some orange to our lips will like tie in the eyes. So I'm gonna go right over top that liquid lipstick with this just to add some glossiness and to deepen the color a little bit. This smells so good. Obsessed. It smells a little bit more like caramel than it does pumpkin pie, but nonetheless, very good. Alrighty, you guys, so that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's new video and testing out a bunch of these products with me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.